Coach, just not so much going into Saturday, but just your thoughts on anything that stood out in your previous scrimmages this spring?
I think the way our guys have continued to compete, and strain, and play with the effort and the toughness that we're wanting them to. That's something for me that has definitely stuck out. And it's been both sides of the ball. There's been a bunch of give and take and a bunch of back and forth, which ultimately that's exactly what we want.
What are you hoping to, or what can you kind of learn from Saturday? Do you think?
Yeah, you want guys to be able to go play free and fast. After 14 days of practicing and being on the grass with them and a bunch of meetings and a bunch of different installs, you want to see how they're going to respond on their own when there's nobody on the field but them. And we try to do that as much as you can in scrimmages, but still this will be different on Saturday. So we want to see how guys will go respond.
Going off of that, how much of what guys do on their own on Saturday can carry into the summer and then into the fall?
Yeah, we want them to go play well. We want them to go compete and make the play when they have the opportunity to make the play, because it's going to be something to build on.
We're all in favor of seeing offense versus defense too, because it's more chance to learn about the team. But does that also mean that you want to see the competition out there instead of a split squad type of thing?
Yeah, I think, again, you're going to have the ability to see units work together, and that's important, especially being year one. Those guys being able to be on the field together, communicate together, will be something that's important for us.
You've been part of first-year coaching staffs at other spots. I mean, what kind of benefit is there to spring game in terms of putting the product out there and building some fan excitement going into the fall?
Yeah, I think that's important. I think ultimately it's most important to be able to, one, come out of it healthy, and two, the evaluation for us to be able to see guys go do it on their own. I'm not going to put a ton of stock into really anything else until we get going week one.
The guys have steadily mentioned the progress of McCallum Pounders at left tackle, and obviously some of the defensive line, linebackers talking good about it. What have you seen from him from start to finish?
Yeah, he's gotten better, and he's taken to, just the challenge of this guy's got a chance to be a special player, and him getting to that point and being able to do it every single day and creating consistency for him, which has been really good to see. Got a ton of work to do, but like where he's at right now.
I'm curious about when you were evaluating a guy like Blake Shapen to get him to come here. I mean, he's a guy he's been banged up a little bit in his career with the injury in 21 and last season and whatnot. Did that kind of factor at all, into your decision to bring him in, and was his injury history a concern at all for you?
And it wasn't. Here's a guy he's played a bunch of ball, he's had a bunch of production, he's been really good at times, and then there's been times where there's been some struggles for him. So I love the fact that he's got a story. I love the fact that he's had to live it and go do it. And you also got to look at the part of system. What was he getting asked to do, and what's he going to get asked to do in this system? So I'm excited about where he's going to end up.
We saw last week Snonka tweet the part-time running back, and obviously that had to do with the numbers and stuff you guys had there. But I guess how creative do you feel like you can get with a player like that, and what you can do with him? Yeah,
he can do a lot of different things. Again, when you look at him, he's really got the body of a running back, but he's got the ability to play out on the perimeter. So just being able to move him around and do some different things, and get a good evaluation on how much we're going to be able to put on him when that time comes.
We asked about how much you're going to take away from the players from this spring game. How much do you take away for yourself? First time where you're the final voice and you're getting to make all of those decisions. Is this also sort of a final practice for you?
Yeah, I think it's a good run through for us. I really do, for all of us. We just went over to the stadium. We walked through what pregame is going to look like. It's going to be completely different for everybody that's not me. So for them, just being able to understand exactly what it's going to look like, what it needs to look like, what the expectation is for pregame, in the locker room, all those different things that go into playing really, really well. Got a chance to do that today, and then obviously get a chance to do it Saturday, which will be good.
Going back to when you arrived, you're talking about putting on a show. Does that apply to a week like this too? I mean, yes, you want to know about your team and learn things, but the fans are coming to watch. What do you want to show them?
Yeah, I want to show them that we're going to play fast, we're going to be fearless, we're going to be physical in everything that we do. I want to put a product on the field that, again, people are excited about. Those are the things I want them to be able to, again, turn the tape on and turn the TV on and say, man, they play with great effort, physicality, and execution. So that's what we're looking for, and that's the same thing, Tuesday in practice and Saturday in the spring game.
we had a chance to talk with Sadu earlier this spring. What have you seen out of him and the way you think he's going to be able to fit in this offense?
Yeah, he can do a lot of different things. I think that tight end room's really progressed. There's some really quality depth in there, some guys that are going to be able to make plays for us and be really good on the perimeter in the block game, and then, you know, in the core as well, being able to do things for us. So I like where that room's grown. We got a lot of work to continue to do, but Sadu's going to be a huge piece of that.
We haven't talked much about special teams, and I know you've worked with Cliff Odom in the past, and he's
Yeah.
held some different special teams roles, but never, I guess, the coordinator role.
Yeah.
Why did you feel like he was the right guy for that? And outside of just maybe general consistency, what are you looking for in that
Yeah,
role?
I think it's so important that guy has great personality and understands how to touch every part of the team. You know, they've got more in a position meeting than any position group there is, and so they've got to have a voice that's connected. And they've got to have a great eye to evaluate all kinds of different types and positions. And I felt like Cliff, our history and just knowing exactly who he is, he was going to be the right guy for the job.
One of the words we've heard from several players on both sides of the ball about practices and scrimmages is aggression. Have you seen an aggressive team out there this spring?
You know, we have, and we got to continue that. And again, that's something that how we coach, how we play, how we do what we do, again, and that'll be a huge part of what makes us us.
How much do you think, you know, Saturday will be like a measuring scale for competition for any certain position group that's really kind of battling out for starting jobs? Do you expect to see that competition kind of ramp up for those specific guys?
I don't see it being any different than it was this past Saturday. Again, the difference is they're going to be truly on their own, but at the end of the day, last Saturday, the Saturday before, and the Saturday before were great live looks at who they are, and we've gotten great evaluation of that. So I don't think Saturday is going to be something that makes this huge difference in kind of where they're at, but we do want to see guys be able to go operate at a high level and go execute.
It's an unavoidable topic right now, but with the new opening of the portal window and things like that, how does that affect some of the conversations going on, not just between you and the players, but you and your own staff moving forward?
Yeah, just understanding that things are fluid. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving pieces right now. We got to do a great job of keeping our guys focused to have a great day tomorrow, have a great day on Saturday, obviously, and then we'll have exit meetings with all of our guys at the beginning of next week before we hit the road to go recruiting. So it's, you know, it's fluid for sure.
In terms of the format of the spring game, I know you said there will be a unique scoring system in terms of offense versus defense. Any word on how that's going to work?
Yeah, we're actually going to send that out, I think, later this afternoon. So we'll shoot that out and share it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Joe.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
See you Saturday.
Yes, sir.